Good afternoon, everyone. This is Group 5 for our introduction. This report is all about service staffing in tourism and hospitality industry. It explains the process of selecting and screening employees who meet the requirements of the hospitality organization. Techniques for training, developing, empowering, and equipping talents to fit into the culture of the organization, and also explain the role of employee empowerment and how it affects the service provided by the hospitality organization. Simulan natin to sa staffing. Ano nga ba yung staffing? It's a process of locating and recruiting the right worker with the necessary qualification or experience to fill a job position or role. When looking for new employees, it's common practice of organization to create a profile that fits the specific requirements of a specific position with the abilities and talents of their top employees. Example of staffing is employees recruitment, screening, and selection performed. Ganun. So, mag-proceed na tayo sa mga subtopics ng staffing. Number 1 is the internal hiring, also known as the internal recruitment. Many organizations favor internal hiring because they see a lot of advantages more than hiring from outside the organization. Mas pinipili ng kumpanya yung internal hiring kasi kilala na nila yung mga tao na yon na magaling sa isang bagay na yon. Kunwari ako ay isang staff, mayroong available na position na mas mataas dun sa trabaho ko, and then nakita ng kumpanya o ng mga taong nag-hire or ng human resource department na fit ako sa trabaho na yon, pwede nila akong i-promote. Ganoon. Saka other example naman ay yung lateral moves into a new roles. Kuwari magaling ako sa may bagay na yon at pwede nila akong ilipat doon sa may isang ibang department, or pwede ding team transfers. Number 2 is information about the applicants. Internal applicants have access to more information about the employee's performance, work ethics, habits, strengths, and weaknesses. Perhaps one factor to consider is whether they show a desire to stay and be loyal to the organization. And due to the lack of information from the external candidate, hiring mistake may occur. So, mas maganda talaga na kumuha tayo ng mga i-hire natin sa mas mataas na position kasi na galing sa kumpanya natin, kasi sabi ko nga kanina, mas kilala na natin na sa loob na yon. Alam na natin kung fit ba talaga sila sa may position na yon. Kasi kung kukuha tayo sa labas ng hindi natin alam na kung kaya ba talaga nila yung position na yon, magiging disadvantage to ng ating kumpanya. Magre-resulto ng hiring mistake. Number 3 is fairness of a company. Internal hiring for positions with qualified candidates from within the organization is a goal-oriented strategy that would be well received by employees. Siyempre, dapat maging fair tayo kapag kukuha tayo ng mga i-hire natin sa isang position. Kailangan yung talagang fit talaga. Kapag kasi palakasan lang sa isang kumpanya, pwede tayong magkamali at maapektuhan yung kumpanya natin sa gagawin mo na yun. Kasi kapag hindi naman pala sa sure na fit talaga sa may kumpanya na yun, maapektuhan talaga yung kumpanya at pwedeng maging disadvantage din ito. Number 4 is knowledge and experience within the organization. Organizations favor promoting employees who have started from entry-level position, moving them up the corporate ladder. To non-college graduates, this is an opportunity of them to have a higher position in the organization. But to degree holder applicants, they would either settle for the position lower than what they actually deserve or find a job elsewhere. So, mas prepare daw ng isang organization na mas may experience ka. Mas maganda kasi yun kasi kapag may experience ang isang employee, mas alam niya yung gagawin niya. So, kapag nilagay siya sa may mas mataas na position, magagawa niya ng maayos yung trabaho niya kasi mas madami siyang experience kaysa sa mga nag-aaral and hindi siya employee sa isang kumpanya na yon and nag-apply siya sa company na yon ng position agad na yon, hindi siya tatanggapin agad kasi kulang siya ng experience. Pwede siyang i-hire sa mas mababa pang position, pero mas prepare ng isang kumpanya yung may mas experience at alam talaga yung gagawin. Number 5 is organizational culture and values. This is a selection of values, expectation, and practices that guide and inform the action of all team member, and it is also known as the organizational culture. Number 6 is reduce cost. Ang nilalaman lang naman dito sa may paliwanag na to is kapag daw nagsagawa yung kumpanya or yung organization ng recruitment, mas mapapagastos sila, mas malaki ang gastos doon. So, kapag nagsagawa na lang sila ng internal hiring, mas mapipili nila yung mas fit sa may position na yon, mabigyan pa nila ng reward yung mga employee nila, saka mabibigyan ng importansya yung mga efforts nila, and magre-reduce pa sila ng cost. Mas kokonti pa yung gagastos nila kaysa doon. At mas magandang advantage yon sa isang kumpanya. Number 7 is external hiring. An external hiring is the process by which a company hires employees from outside the organization who are not currently employed there. Ang sinasabi lang naman dito na sinasagawa ito ng isang kumpanya para mag-hire ng mga empleyado na outside organization. It means mga new applicants, ganun. Number 8 is paradigm shift and new perspectives. It means that it is a fresh perspective may set the tone for how to improve process or if a organization is required. Number 9 is education and experience. Ang sinasabi lang naman dito sa paliwanag na to is kapag daw nag-hire yung isang organization na mga empleyado na i-train pa at i-develop pa yung kanilang mga kasanayan, mas mag-i-invest sila ng mas maraming oras at pera. Kung kukuha naman sila ng talagang sanay na, may experience na, na-train na talaga at mas proficient na sa job na yon, mas maganda yon and mas pipiliin nila yon. Number 10 is diversity of workforce. Both employees and customers come with a unique background, set of experience, and cultural history. So, this characteristic can include gender, race, entity, religion, age, sexual orientation, physical abilities, and ideology.
Approaches to hiring external employees. An external recruitment is when a company searches for an outside hire. The search committee finds new candidate by advertising position to the public or using skill of a recruiter. The different approaches to hiring external employees. Number 1, the internet. The internet has attracted a lot of applicants, and these applicants have a lot more access to job openings. The most commonly used by applicants to apply is through Gmail. Number 2 is print advertising. Print media advertising is a form of advertising that uses physical printed media. Example of print advertising is magazines and newspaper. Professional linkage or groups. Some recruiter may be found through connection exchanges at club gatherings and chat rooms. This is a good way to find potential job or hire professionals. Number 4 is internship or work and travel programs. And internships allow a student to explore and develop their career while also learning new skills. Number 5 is referrals or peer organization. Organization asks their hardworking employees if they know of anyone else who might be interested in working for the organization. Number 6 is company image or brand. A positive image of the company built through a variety of internal and external acts by management helps in attracting potential employees. Walk-in applicants. A walk-in applicant is someone who does not apply online or by email, but instead visit a company's office to apply for a job. Number 8 is headhunters. It is a personnel hired by a company to find someone who achieves their qualification for an important job and is willing to leave their present positions or a job. Talent pooling. A talent pool is a database of potential job candidates who can meet an organization's short and long-term requirements. It's the people who are as suitable and skills enough to be chosen for a special type of a job. Approaches to hiring external employees. The tools for gathering information about applicants are: number 1 is application form. It is a paper that you can fill out to apply for a job. Personal information, education, work experience, and employment histories are typically included of an application form. Number 2 is interview. A job interview is a conversation between a job applicant and a representative of an employer that is intended to identify whether or not the applicants should be hired. An example of interview is when you are hiring someone for a job and you ask them about their professional background. Number 3 is psychological test. This test assesses person mental health, intellectual abilities, intelligence, logical reasoning, memory, and other cognitive function. A psychological test is a standard and objective assessment of an individual's mental or behavioral characteristics. Background or references. References are people who can talk about your work experience, work habits, character, and skills. Training and development employees to serve. Employee training and development refers to a company's efforts to improve its employees' performance. External training. An external training is a training provided to the outside and electoral managers, office, or staff using external consultants, specialists, or organizations. Internal training. An internal training is the practice of teaching learnings within an organizations.
Ang susunod na topic na i-discuss ko ay ang common method of training. Number 1 is personal training. Ito ay parang one-on-one or parang meron kang personal trainer na magtuturo sa'yo at mag-a-advise sa'yo. Sila yung mas may alam, mas may experience na so sila yung magbibigay sa'yo ng kalaman para ma-develop din yung skills mo and maging mas productive ka. Number 2 is on-the-job training or mas kilala bilang OJT. Itong type ng training na ito is usually yung mga supervisor or senior staff na nagsasagawa ng training na yon is dinadala nila yung mga trainees sa iba't ibang departamento upang mas matuto sila mag-improve yung skill nila para malaman din nila yung future na trabaho na gusto nila at malaman din nila yung kung saan sila magiging productive. Number 3, classroom lecture. Ito yung teach and learn strategy, which is yung trainer, i-explain niya kung ano yung mga nalalaman at mga abilities na alam niya na dapat i-adapt ng mga employee. Number 4 is simulation. Dito, kapag yung sa organization hindi available yung training site nila, meron silang i-provide na isang site na naka-set up na pwede nilang pag-trainingan. For example, yung sa may Wesleyan, sa may CHTM building, meron doon parang hotel na naka-set up para gawing training center. Yun, yung parang simulation yon. Tinuturuan ka doon ng parang actual na ginagawa mo sa isang job. Number 5 is audio-visual presentation. Ito naman yung ginagamit ng mga organization para magbigay ng training using audio. It means nagpre-present sila by using projectors and sound bars. Ang example ng video presentation na pinapanood nila sa mga employees nila is slide tape presentations, films, and television programs. Doon makakakuha ng knowledge at doon matitrain yung mga employees nila. Number 6 is computer-aided training. Ito yung kung saan ginagamitan nila ng computer. Computer-based training allows trainees to work at their own learning pace and style. Number 7 naman is DIY training or do-it-yourself training. Ito yung parang self-study lang, which is ikaw lang hindi yung magtuturo sa sarili mo, sa sarili mong paraan at kung paanong strategies yung gagawin mo kung paano mo matututunan yon. Next naman na i-discuss ko is motivating employee to provide exceptional service. So, ang nakapaloob naman dito is kailangan minomotivate natin yung employee natin para ibigay nila yung magandang serbisyo para sa gaganda ng ating kumpanya. So, kuwari binigyan nila yung kanilang best, bigyan din natin sila ng mga rewards or mga gifts para mas maging motivated sila at para gawin nila ng maayos yung kanilang trabaho. Dahil kapag motivated ang isang tao, nagiging masaya sila, nagiging mas masikap sila at mas nagiging masigasig sila na abutin yung goal nila. And kapag ganun yung ginawa natin, mas makakapag-isip sila ng mga new idea para mas mahikayat nila lalo yung mga customer at maging mas productive sila sa kanilang work. Ang susunod naman na i-discuss ko is empowerment. Dito naman, ini-encourage ng isang kumpanya yung kanyang empleyado na gawin pa yung mas better niya. And ini-encourage din siya na i-improve pa or i-develop pa lalo yung kanyang skills para maging role model siya sa iba. And kapag binigyan siya ng rewards, ibig sabihin lang nun, na-appreciate or nakikita ng kumpanya na kung paano siya magtrabaho or kung paano niya ibinibigay yung best niya sa kumpanya or sa organization. Next naman is culture. Yung culture naman, di ba meron tayong iba't ibang perspective or views. Sinasabi lang doon na dapat kung nasa isang company ka, dapat alam mo yung tamang ugali or gagawin mo. Right behavior kumbaga. That alam mo yon at alam mo din kung paano rumispeto sa iba. May 4 parts ang culture. Number 1 is company policies and rules employees. So, bilang isang empleyado, kailangan natin na alam natin yung mga rules and policies ng isang kumpanya. Kasi ito yung makakatulong sa atin upang maprotektahan ang ating sarili at ang ibang empleyado ng pinagtatrabaho nating kumpanya. At dito din natin malalaman kung paano tayo gagalaw sa loob ng kumpanya na pinagtatrabahuhan natin. Number 2 is role models or model employees. Sila yung mga tao na ginagawa yung pinaka-best nila para sa kumpanya. Sila yung mga masisipag, talagang ibinubuhos yung sarili nila para sa ikagaganda ng kumpanya. Sila yung mga dapat yung talagang makukuhanan mo ng inspirasyon. Or what I mean is, ginagawa silang role model para yung ibang employees is ma-motivate and para gawin din nila yung best nila para sa kumpanya. For example is sa isang supermarket, may mga stall-stall. So, may mga nagbebenta doon na may mga nagbebenta. So, yung number 3 is symbol. Ito ay isa sa naging culture na ng mga kumpanya. Kasi importante itong symbols para ma-recognize mo kung ano bang position niya sa kumpanya or department siya sa kumpanya. Ang example nito is yung mga pin, cap, or yung mga sinusuot nila. Para magkaroon ng differences sa bawat departments and para mabilis nilang ma-recognize yung empleyado na yon. Last is linguistic. So, dito, pinapakita lang na kung paano sila mag-communicate sa isa't isa by using their own preferred language kung saan magkakaroon sila ng pagkakaintindihan.